Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do is we're going to be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Friday, June 20th. We have 15 games in total today. Every team is playing. There's a bunch of new series kicking off, and we are inching our way to the All-Star break. It is almost the midway point. These games are starting to mean a whole lot more, and they're really exciting. What we're going to do today is we're going to be doing our predictions and our best bets, breaking down every single game, the matchups, the lineup, the roster. Try to predict the outcome for every single one of our matchups. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final score might be, and we'll also be breaking down our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, do you agree, disagree? What are your thoughts on the games coming up today? Let me know down in the comments. I will make sure that I respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below, click on that link. You can sign up there, and guys, I would definitely appreciate that. We go over every game, every single day, this entire Major League Baseball season, and once the football season starts, college football, NFL, we do the same thing for every game, every week. We do predictions, we do best bets for all the matchups. So this is the place for sports fans. Make sure to like and subscribe, but let's not waste any more time. We do have 15 games to look at today, so let's get started looking at them. Our very first matchup is going to be at 2:20 p.m. today on the MLB network. We have the 37 and 36 Seattle Mariners, second place in the AL West. Right now, they're just holding on one place above 500 versus the 45 and 28 Chicago Cubs. We know who the Cubs are. It is a team with a great offense. They have power, they have speed, and one of the best rotations in baseball. Right now, the Cubs, a 62.9% chance to win this game. They are first place in the NL Central. Seattle, right now, a 37.1% chance. The Cubs are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Seattle is plus 112. Chicago is minus 131. You do have to respect the offense here of Seattle as well. They can definitely make a game of this, but this game is in Wrigley. It is in Chicago, so you got to give the Cubs an edge. Right now, the Mariners are averaging 4.3 runs a game. 242 average, 91 home runs. That's top 10 in baseball. 75 steals, giving up 3.87 runs per game. Not bad pitching. And then the Cubs, 5.4 runs per game. That's top 10. 254 average. That's top 10. 102 home runs. That's top 5 in baseball. 90 steals. That's top 5 in baseball. So we're seeing a very consistent trend. The Cubs offense has been great, but we also want to recognize their pitching. They're only giving up 3.62 runs per game. Looking at the pitching for the day, George Kirby on the mound for the Mariners. Career 3.55 ERA, well above that this season. 5.96 ERA, not the best start of his career. 1-3 record, 25.2 innings, 30 strikeouts. And Matthew Boyd having a great season for the Cubs. 6-3 record, a 2.79 ERA, 80.2 innings, 73 strikeouts, only 9 home runs given up in 15 games. Give me the Cubs to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the under this game. And our second game is going to be at 6:40 p.m. We have the 36 and 39 Texas Rangers back to being under 500. 3 games under 500 currently. Don't forget, this team about 4 to 5 weeks ago was in first place within their division. They got to get things back on track, mainly their offense. They have a top 4 overall pitching staff. It all stems around the offense starting to swing some hot bats. They'll be facing off with the 29 and 46 Pittsburgh Pirates. They don't have bad pitching at all. The issue for the Pirates here has also been their offense. They have the dead last statistical offense in baseball. Right now, Pittsburgh, 32.7% chance to win this game. Texas, a 67.3%. The Rangers are 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. Texas is minus 185. Pittsburgh is plus 155. The Rangers offense, thankfully for them, they still score more runs than the Pirates. That's how bad the Pirates are. Right now, the Rangers are averaging 3.6 runs a game. 228 average, 76 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.2 runs per game, which is top 4 in baseball. Pittsburgh with that last place offense, 3.2 runs a game, a 224 average. They got to get that batting average up. 50 home runs, that's second to dead last in total team home runs. 68 steals, but thankfully their pitching staff will keep them in most games, only giving up 3.82 runs per game. These pitchers just need some run support. Right now for the Pirates, they have Mike Burrows on the mound, 101 record, a 4.24 ERA, 23.1 innings, 25 strikeouts. He's going up against Jacob deGrom. Not a fair matchup at all. 6-2 record, back to vintage Cy Young caliber Jacob deGrom stats. 2.19 ERA for his career, 2.5. He's one of the best modern day pitchers. 82.1 innings, 80 strikeouts, only 9 home runs in 14 games. Give me Jacob deGrom. I love watching deGrom on the mound. It is magic. He wins this game. The Rangers cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And on MLB Network at 7:05 p.m., the 31 and 42 Baltimore Orioles. Yes, that's not a great record, but they've actually been playing pretty good baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks. They're starting to hit a lot of home runs. The offense is slowly starting to inch its way up. Right now, they'll be playing the 43 and 31 New York Yankees. Not the best last week of baseball for the Yankees, but they finally got a win yesterday. Right now, New York, a 72.2% chance to win this game. They are first place in the AL East. The Orioles are fifth place, last place in the AL East. Right now, Baltimore, 27.8% chance to win this game. The Yankees are 1.5 run favorites here. The over-under is 8.5. New York is minus 220. Baltimore is plus 182. A lot of people giving the Yankees a real shot to win this game. Baltimore, with their offense improving, they're now at 4 runs per game, 241 average, 86 home runs, a lot of home runs, 53 steals, giving up 4.98 runs per game. Even though they're averaging 4 runs a game, obviously they are giving up 5 per game. They got to get the pitching under control, but they're going to have one of their best pitchers on the mound today. New York, 5.1 runs a game. That's top 10 offense, 253 average, 113 home runs. That's number 2 in baseball, just behind the Dodgers. 54 steals, giving up 3.52 runs per game, which is actually really good considering the fact that they don't even have their ace Garrett Cole. He hasn't even pitched this season, and still they have one of the deepest rotations in baseball. You're going to have Sagano on the mound for the Orioles. The Orioles cannot pitch. That is not Sagano's fault. He's having a good season. 5-4 record, a 3.38 ERA, 80 innings, 46 strikeouts. Not a strikeout pitcher, but he's keeping people from scoring. That's all that you can ask for. And Max Fried on the mound for the Yankees. This guy might be the Cy Young frontrunner right now for the American League. Having a great season. 9-2 record, a 1.89 ERA, 95 innings, 90 strikeouts, only 7 home runs in 15 games. You gotta love those numbers. Give me New York to continue on the roll here. They win this one. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And this next game is actually a really tough American League game at 7:05 p.m. The 47-27 Detroit Tigers, first place in the AL Central, one of the better divisions in baseball, facing off versus the 41-33 Tampa Bay Rays. This game is at Steinbrenner Field, if you want to call that home field for the Rays. Right now, the Rays a 49.5% chance to win this game. Detroit a 50.5% chance. Practically a 50-50. The fans are practically split on this game. You can make a very strong case for either one of these teams to win this. This game really is almost truly a pick-em. Right now, the Tigers, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. Detroit is minus 115. The Rays are minus 105. Very interesting numbers here. Very, very close game. Right now, the Tigers, one of the better offenses in baseball. A lot of power, and they back it up with a top 5 overall pitching staff. They're averaging 4.9 runs a game, hitting 253, 90 home runs, 27 steals, giving up 3.32 runs per game. But Tampa Bay, one of the hottest teams in baseball the last month. They were under 500. They've been on a roll. Now they're 8 games over 500. They are a very competitive team. They can hit. They have power. They have speed. They can pitch. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 253, 78 home runs, 100 steals. That is number 1 in baseball. Smaller market team. They excel at small ball. They excel at getting their runners in scoring position. And on top of that, they're only giving up 3.49 runs per game. Look at the pitching. Jack Flaherty on the mound for the Tigers. 5-7 record, a 4.03 ERA, 76 innings, 90 strikeouts. Strikeout pitcher, but the Rays are a very good contact team. And for the Rays, they have Shane Biles on the mound. 6-3 record, a 4.54 ERA, but for his career, 3.8 ERA, 77.1 innings, 71 strikeouts. A lot of walks, 30 walks here in 77 innings. This is one of those games, flip a coin. That's going to be the outcome. I'm going to go with the Rays taking the first one of this series. I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And at 7:07 p.m., we're going to have the 23-52 Chicago White Sox. Yes, they lost 121 games last season, and they don't have the best record this season, but they're actually a very scrappy team. A lot of very close one-run losses. They'll be facing off first the 40-34 Toronto Blue Jays, who have been on a tear the last 3 to 4 weeks. They've really gotten their offense going. They've been hitting a lot of home runs the last 4 weeks. That's what's been making them really competitive. They fought their way back. They are 3rd place in the very deep AL East. Right now, Toronto, 62% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 38% chance. The Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Toronto is minus 200. Chicago is plus 165 here. Right now, the White Sox, if they could get their offense being a little more competitive, they'd have a real shot here to at least have a better record than they currently have right now. They're averaging 3.4 runs a game, 222 average, 56 home runs, 54 steals, giving up 4.21 runs per game. And for the Blue Jays, 4.3 runs per game, 255 average, 77 home runs, 38 steals, giving up 4.24 runs per game. On the mound, Davis Martin right now for Chicago, having a great season so far. 2-7 record, a 3.79 ERA, 80.2 innings, 53 strikeouts. This guy just needs some run support for once. He's going up against Spencer Turnbull. Very small sample size so far of this record, but so far a 2.08 ERA, 1-0 record, 4.1 innings, 2 strikeouts, 7 hits in 4 innings. But the big thing is, will the Chicago offense be able to capitalize on that? I'm going a little bit out on a little bit of a stretch here, but I'm going to call White Sox pulling off the upset, going with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the under. And at 7:10 p.m., we have an NL East versus NL East matchup. We have the 33-39 Atlanta Braves coming off of a sweep here versus the 29-44 Miami Marlins. If the Marlins could ever get their pitching on track, the starting rotation and the bullpen, they actually have an offense where they'd go on a pretty good run. Right now, the Braves, they have their best hitter back. They have Acuna back. They have Strider back, their best pitcher. Now's their chance to start clawing and fighting their way back to 500, hopefully before the All-Star break. Right now, the Braves, a 51.8% chance to win this game. The Marlins, a 48.2%. A very close game here. The fans are practically 50-50 split. Right now, the Braves 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta's minus 155. Miami's plus 130. The Braves, with all of their weapons back, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 245 average, 78 home runs, starting to get some power. 37 steals, giving up 3.7 runs per game. That number slowly starting to tick down. And for the Marlins, they're averaging 4.1 runs per game. Not a bad offense. 252 average, 64 home runs, 56 steals, but they're giving up 4.99 runs per game. They got to get the bullpen especially on track, because if they ever have the lead, the bullpen does give it up. Looking at our pitching matchup, you have Fuentes on the mound for the Braves. Hasn't thrown a pitch this inning, making his first start. First appearance, might be a little rusty. Could turn into a bullpen game here. And the Braves bullpen has been known to blow a lot of saves. And then Junk on the mound for the Marlins. Very small sample size so far this season, but so far pretty good. 1-0 record, 2.78 ERA, 22.2 innings, 20 strikeouts, no home runs given up. This is one of those games that could honestly go either way, but give me the Marlins to take game one of this series, going at the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over here. And on Apple TV at 7:15 p.m., the 45-29 New York Mets tied right now first place with the Philadelphia Phillies. The thing is, whoever wins this series is going to be in first place in the NL East. Very deep division. Check this line once we actually get closer to game time. There's no starter announced for the Mets, but when I found this line, the Mets were the favorites, and I just honestly don't agree with that as of right now. Right now, New York, a 43.5% chance to win this game. Philadelphia, 56.5%. The Mets currently right now, when I'm making this video, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York is minus 182. Philadelphia is plus 150. I don't understand that with the guy that they have on the mound. Right now, the Mets, they got to get the offense back on track. Great 1 through 3. Lindor, Soto, Alonso. They need them all hitting, and they need that 4 through 9 to really step production up. But they do have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. Statistical #1 pitching team all around in baseball right now. They're averaging 4.5 runs a game, hitting 246, 93 home runs, starting to get a lot of power. 59 steals, giving up 2.99 runs per game, which is #1 in baseball. Philadelphia, stacked offensive roster, especially once they get Harper back. They have Schwarber, Trey Turner. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, 257 average, 79 home runs, 64 steals, giving up 3.91 runs per game. When their pitching staff is fully healthy, which is not right now, to me, in my personal opinion, they have the deepest starting rotation in baseball when fully healthy. As of right now, no starter announced for the Mets. I hate going into these games blind. We don't know all the variables, but yet I'm still having to predict it. But he's going up against Zach Wheeler. Right now, Zach Wheeler is top 5 in the Cy Young odds for the NL. Vegas-wise, 7-2 record, a 2.76 ERA, 88 innings, 110 strikeouts. Great start to his season. Pitching against his old club, so this game's personal. I got to go Phillies to win this one. Going at the plus 1.5, and it looks like I'm going to go with the under this game. And another very close game at 7:15 p.m. an NL Central versus NL Central matchup. You have the 39-36 Cincinnati Reds, now 3 games over 500. Their offense has been up and down the entire season, but right now it's on the upswing. Pitching's been pretty consistent. They'll be playing the 40-35 St. Louis Cardinals. Right now, St. Louis 3rd place in the Central, Cincinnati 4th place in the Central. Whoever wins this series is going to be 3rd place in the NL Central. The Cardinals have a 60.4% chance to win this game. The Reds a 39.6%. St. Louis is also the Vegas favorite here. 1.5 run favorite, 8.5 over under. The Cardinals are minus 135. The Reds are plus 115. Right now, the Reds with that offense, they're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 248, 84 home runs, pretty good power, 61 steals, giving up 3.91 runs per game. The Cardinals have pretty similar stats here. 4.7 runs a game, 256 average, 69 home runs, 40 steals, giving up 3.95 runs per game. Very close here. This game could ultimately be decided by the bullpens. Right now for the Reds, Brady Singer on the mound, 7-4 record, 4.34 ERA, 74.2 innings, 60 strikeouts, and Andre Piatti on the mound for the Cardinals, 4-3 record of 4.83 ERA, 76.1 innings, 54 strikeouts. It's one of those games you can make a strong case for either one to pull away with the win. Give me the Reds to pull off the upset, going at the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And at 8:10, another really good one. We have the 40-35 Milwaukee Brewers playing a really good baseball the last 3 weeks. They've gotten the offense on track. They've gotten good production from their pitching staff. They'll be facing off with the 37-37, the 500 Minnesota Twins. One thing about Minnesota, they're very streaky. Started out the season awful, then got really hot, got 10 games over 500. And now they've fallen back down to 500. But at some point, they're going to hit rock bottom, and they're going to bounce back up and start winning again. Right now, the Twins a 55.8% chance to win this game. The Brewers a 44.4% chance. Minnesota 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Twins come into this game, they're minus 165. The Brewers are plus 140. But the Brewers, like I said, they're a pretty hot team right now. A team that you wouldn't want to necessarily play right now. They're averaging 4.4 runs a game, hitting .238, 69 home runs, 92 steals. Extremely aggressive on the base pass. Their goal, get guys in scoring position, get them home, and they're giving up 3.85 runs per game. For the Twins, 4.2 runs a game, .243 average, 81 home runs, a lot of power, 36 steals, giving up 3.9 runs per game. What's let this team down the last 2 to 3 weeks has been their pitching staff, but they got the guy on the mound that they want on the mound today. Right now for the Brewers, they're going to have Jacob Mizorowski on the mound. Very small sample size so far this season, 1-0 record, a 0 ERA, but only 5 innings so far with 5 strikeouts. And Joe Ryan, one of those foundational pitchers for the Twins. Whenever you need a win, this guy's going to show up and he's going to have a great outing. 7-2 record, a 2.93 ERA, 80 innings, 89 strikeouts. Give me Minnesota to get back above 500 right now with this win. I have them pulling off the win here, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 8:40 p.m., we have the 37-37 Arizona Diamondbacks. Right now, they're at 500, but they have a real shot to sweep this series and get back in the race in the NLS. They'll be facing the 17-58 Colorado Rockies. That is an awful record, but let's hold up a second. They're actually playing really good baseball the last 2 weeks. Yes, they still have a bad record, but at least they're showing some fight. Potentially, they could use that as a building block going forward. Right now, Colorado, 40.1% chance to win this game. Arizona, a 59.9% chance. The Diamondbacks are 1.5 run favorites, 11.5 over under. Vegas sees a lot of runs being scored. The Diamondbacks are minus 185. The Rockies are plus 155. The Diamondbacks, they score a lot of runs. They hit a buttload of home runs. They're averaging 5.1 runs a game. .252 average, 104 home runs, the top 4 in baseball. 55 steals, giving up 4.8 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs, but at least they score more than they give up. Colorado, they can't say that. They're only averaging 3.5 runs per game. They need more from their offense. In particular, getting guys on base when they're hitting home runs. Way too many solo home runs. They're only hitting .227, 73 home runs, 35 steals, giving up 5.48 runs per game. Pitching is definitely not their strength, but neither is hitting. That's the very unfortunate thing right now for the Rockies. Right now for the Diamondbacks, Zach Gallen on the mound, career guy, a experienced pitcher, but not having a good start of his season. But you know he's going to get these numbers down. He's going to get things back on track. 4-8 record, a 5.19 ERA, 86.2 innings, 81 strikeouts. He's still striking guys out. He's just giving up too many runs. And then you have Gomber on the mound for the Rockies. Only 5 innings with no runs given up this season. But again, very, very small amount of times that we've gotten to watch him. Give me the Diamondbacks with that offense, with that production, with the home run power to win this game, to cover the spread. And why not? I'm still going to go with the under because that is a massive over-under there. And then we'll have an AL West versus AL West matchup at 9:38 p.m. We're going to have the 43-31 Houston Astros. When the month of April ended, this team was well under 500. Now they are 12 games over 500. First place in the AL West. Props to them. Props to the fan base. They'll be facing off with the 36-37 Los Angeles Angels. Do not underestimate the Angels. They hit a lot of home runs. Whenever you have that much power, you always have a puncher's chance in any one of these games, and they are pretty much a 500 team. Right now, the Angels a 44.2% chance to win this game. The Astros a 55.8%. Houston, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. Houston is minus 184. The Angels are plus 154 right now. Houston, a veteran, experienced squad, 4.3 runs a game, .259 average, 78 home runs, 43 steals. And what has Houston been really good at for basically the last decade? They've had really good pitching. They continue to have that this season, a 3.42 ERA. The Angels, they're averaging 4.1 runs per game, .225 average, 105 home runs. They hit a lot of home runs. That is number 3 in baseball. 35 steals, giving up 4.67 runs per game. They give up a lot of run, but at least with the home runs, they have a shot to club their way back into these games. But unfortunately for the Angels, they're going up against Hunter Brown, one of the best young pitchers in baseball, 8-3 record, a 1.88 ERA, putting up video game numbers, 86 innings, 105 strikeouts, only 7 home runs given up in 15 games. That's the type of control you want versus a home run hitting team. For the Angels, they have Kikuchi on the mound. The Angels cannot pitch. Kikuchi can pitch. 2-6 record. He's pitched much better to only have 2 wins. Give this guy some run support. 3.05 ERA, 82.2 innings, 78 strikeouts. He's going to make this game competitive. But I trust the Astros offense and their bullpen more. Houston wins this game. They cover the spread. I'll go with the over. And getting into our really late games on Apple TV at 9:40 p.m., we're going to have the 36-38 Kansas City Royals. This team has to get their offense back on track. They have really good pitching. The pitchers just need some help here. They can't carry the whole game. They'll be facing off versus the 39-34 San Diego Padres, third place in the LS. The Padres, a very talented team. They have a great lineup. They have really good starting pitching. They have a great bullpen. Right now, San Diego, a 74% chance to win this game. Kansas City, a 26% chance. The Padres, 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. KC's plus 158. San Diego is minus 188. But you have to respect the Royals' pitching ability. Whenever you can pitch that good, you can keep the score low and potentially win a very low scoring game. Right now, the Royals are averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 248, 53 home runs, 58 steals, giving up 3.37 runs per game. Really good pitching. That's top 6 overall pitching in baseball, but a bottom 5 offense. Right now, the Padres, 4.2 runs per game. They're starting to get Tatis back on track. He's the missing link to really getting this offense to take off. They're hitting 248, 62 home runs, 55 steals, giving up 3.61 runs per game. Looking at that pitching, Michael Lorenzen on the mound for the Royals, 4-7 record of 4.91 ERA, 77 innings, 65 strikeouts. Nick Pivetta on the mound right now for San Diego, 7-2 record, 3.4 ERA, 79.1 innings, 88 strikeouts, only 9 home runs so far in 15 games, 22 walks. And he knows he has the bullpen that can close these games out. Give me San Diego to win this one. I see a lower scoring game. San Diego wins. They cover the spread. And I'm actually going to go with the under in this game still. And then at 10:05 p.m., we have the 37-35 Cleveland Guardians. Not a bad team at all coming out of that AL Central where they're second place. They'll be facing off versus the 30-46 Athletics. The Athletics, they have the worst overall pitching staff in baseball, just barely, but at least they hit home runs, so they do have something going for them. They're going to be playing in Sacramento, minor league stadium, smaller ballpark, so don't forget, there could be the possibility of a lot more homers getting hit in this game. Right now, the A's a 42.4% chance to win this game. The Guardians a 57.6%. The Guardians are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Cleveland is minus 142. The Athletics are plus 120 right now. Cleveland with that offense, they just got to get that offense back on track. It's been slowly ticking down right now. They're averaging 3.8 runs a game, 231 average, 74 home runs, 59 steals, giving them 3.91 runs per game. With the A's, 4.2 runs a game, 252 average, 93 home runs. That is top 10 in baseball. 41 steals, but the pitching, dead last in baseball, 5.55 ERA. No matter how good their offense is, their pitching is giving up way too many runs. For the A's, they have Jeffrey Springs on the mound, 5-5 record, 4.52 ERA, 79.2 innings, 66 strikeouts. A lot of walks here, 31 walks, 72 hits, putting 20 guys on base. Cleveland has Tanner Beebe, one of the guys that you want on the mound. You want to stay above 500 here. He has a 4-6 record, a 3.79 ERA, 80.2 innings, 65 strikeouts, 26 walks. Give me Cleveland to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'm actually going to go with the under here. And on MLB Network at 10:10 p.m., our second to last game, the 31-44 Washington Nationals, actually a pretty scrappy team. Outside of their pretty bad pitching, they don't have a bad offense. They just need the pitching to not give up 5 to 6 runs a game. But unfortunately for them, they'll be facing off with the 46-29 Los Angeles Dodgers. Right now, the Dodgers, the best top to bottom roster in baseball, but they have a lot of injuries. 15 pitchers have been on the DL. That is a lot. They still continue to find ways to win. Right now, the Dodgers, 67.1% chance to win this game. The Nationals, a 32.9% chance to win. LA, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Dodgers are minus 190. Washington is plus 160. The Nationals right now, they're averaging 4.1 runs per game, 239 average, 72 home runs, 63 steals, again a 4.91 runs per game. The Dodgers, 5.6 runs a game, 265 average, 116 home runs. That is number one in baseball. 44 steals, giving up 4.16 runs per game. But the pitcher the Nationals have going, that's what's going to make this game exciting. That's what's going to make it competitive. One of the young studs versus one of the old veterans. Mackenzie Gore on the mound for the Nationals, 3-6 record, a 2.89 ERA, having an elite start to the season, but they cannot give this guy run support, and the bullpen keeps blowing it. 87.1 innings, 119 strikeouts. He's on pace for just under 300 strikeouts this season. Gotta love these numbers. Clayton Kershaw going for the Dodgers. He's the veteran. He's about 50 years old at this point. He's been pitching forever. Right now, 2-0 record, a 3.25. His numbers are getting better. Started out the season kind of rocky, but his arm was just a little rusty. He's been pitching good in the last couple games. 27.2 innings, 20 strikeouts. I can see Washington winning this one. Makes perfect sense, but I don't trust their bullpen. I trust the Dodgers bullpen a lot more. Give me the Dodgers to win this one to cover the spread, and I'm actually going to go with the under here. And our final game at 10:15 p.m., the 39-37 Boston Red Sox playing pretty good the last 2 weeks, got themselves over 500. They're now 2 games over 500, fourth place in the AL East versus the 42-33 San Francisco Giants. This game is going to be in San Francisco. Very difficult place to play for the road team. Right now, the Giants second place in the NL West. Very tough division. The Giants 56.2% chance to win this game. The Red Sox a 43.8. San Francisco 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. The Giants are minus 135. The Red Sox are plus 115. The Red Sox, though, you got to respect their offense. They score a lot of home runs. They got power. They have speed. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, 248 average, 92 home runs, 63 steals a game, off 3.93 runs per game. And for San Francisco, one of the best pitching teams in baseball. They don't have the best offense. It is just average, but their pitching staff makes up for it. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, 232 average, 71 home runs, 42 steals, but they're only giving up 3.23 runs per game. That's top 4 in baseball. They have a really good bullpen. They can close games out. They can get the saves. Right now for the Red Sox, Hunter Dobbins on the mound, 4-1 record, a 3.74 ERA, 55.1 innings, 42 strikeouts. Right now going up against Hayden Birdsong for the Giants. 3-1 record, a 2.79 ERA, 48.1 innings, 51 strikeouts. You have to respect the Boston offense here. That's what makes them capable of winning this game on the road. But give me the Giants to win it, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over here, but a very competitive game. Guys, that's our predictions and our best bets for all of our baseball games coming up for Friday, June 20th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, you agree with me, disagree with me, what are your thoughts on these games? Make sure to drop it below. I will make sure to respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look at the pinned comment down below, click on that link, sign up there, and I will definitely appreciate that. Thanks for watching.